Have you ever felt a quiet presence watching you from behind a tree? But when you looked, there was nothing there? Maybe a gnome or forest spirit was simply curious about you. But spirits don't just live deep in the woods, they also dwell in our homes. In the walls that hold our stories, the doors that welcome us back daily, or the little corners that somehow feel more active than the rest of our home. So if you are new here, hi, my name is Bibi and I'm a modern witch. I love to thrift and craft, and I also share what I learn about everyday witchcraft and magical living. And if you are curious about house magic and house spirits, then this video is for you. But first of all, what I'm about to share with you in this video is all based on my own experiences. It is based on my own research and, of course, my own magical practice, and it is also highly influenced by my local folklore. So there may be things in this video that resonate with you. There may also be things that don't resonate with you, and that is totally fine. As I always say, take what resonates with you, and if you like, integrate it into your own unique magical practice and leave the rest. And with that being said, get cozy, pause the video if you want and make yourself some tea or coffee, but come back and then let's talk about house magic and how to befriend your house spirits. I love this topic so much. Oh, and one more thing, because there is a differentiation that is quite important for the context of this video that I have because of my shamanic upbringing. And this differentiation is spirit and ghost. So to me, a ghost is an entity that still has its ego attached. So it's basically a human without its body, but it can still feel emotions like sadness, anger, frustration. And so there may be ghosts that are bound to places and they cannot leave these places because they may feel that they have unfinished businesses there, or they were treated badly or wrong, right? And so a shaman would go there and talk to this ghost and help it go to its good place. Because a spirit, on the other hand, is an entity that is already fully at its good place. It's fully at the other side and it likes to help you from this place. So this could be your spirit animals or your spirit guides, right? But they don't have any ego attached anymore and they are completely at their good place, at peace. This is a very important differentiation that I have. And there is also a third group, and this third group, in my opinion, consists of beings that are neither ghosts nor spirits. They are the gnomes, the fairies, the brownies, the kobolds. And so this is what we are talking about today, what I'm referring to when I say house spirit, because most people use the term house spirit for these beings. And so for the sake of the practicability, when we are talking about house magic and how to befriend your house spirits, this third group is what I'm referring to. So yeah, with that being said, now we can finally start with the juicy part of this video. Okay, so first of all, let's start with the concept of house magic. And when I think about house magic, I have to think about Howl's Moving Castle, because this really embodies the concept of house magic to me. So you have the moving castle, and this castle has its own energy and its own memories. And then there is Calcifer, the little fire demon who lives in the hearth of this moving castle, and he protects it and he gives power to it so it can move. And he loves to eat wood, so he's a little happy flame. And this is very much how I see the concept of house magic. You have the home itself, you have the walls that are built from stones or wood, and they have a memory itself. They kind of have an imprint of what happened inside of these walls. And then you have the house spirit or multiple house spirits that are living inside of the home and are watching over it and protecting it. Now, when it comes to house magic, there is two main areas that you want to focus on. And the first area is keeping unwanted energies out of your home. The second area then would be to cultivate and nourish the wanted energies within your home. So the, in quotes, good energies to speak. And keeping unwanted energies out of your home is something that we talked about in one of my last videos, where I shared with you how you can prepare for the darker months like a witch. So this would be hanging a horseshoe or a bundle of hawthorn above your entrance door, or keeping mirrors at your entrance door or your windows to reflect any unwanted visitors from entering. And so the second area, cultivating and nourishing the wanted energies within your home, is something that we are going to talk about in this video. But you want to remember that all of these categories are influencing each other. Because remember when I shared with you how protection magic, cleansing magic, and house magic go so well together, right? If you keep your house clean, you have a happy house spirit because you show that you respect the place, and then you have a powerful ally that can help you protect your home. So this is the same for these two categories. If you keep unwanted energies out of your home and you nourish and cultivate the wanted energies within, they are interacting with each other and again are creating a powerful symbiosis. Now, when we talk about house magic, we have to ask ourselves, what is a home really? Because you will probably say, well, it's the house or the apartment that I live in, of course. And while that is technically true, your home is so much more than just the walls around you. Because if you think about it, your home is the place that you return to every single day. It's hopefully your safe space where you feel nourished and grounded and magical, and where you can do your magical workings because you feel so inspired and safe to do so. So when we talk about the concept of house magic, it really is crucial to acknowledge that we all have a relationship with our home itself. And you can test this by asking yourself when you are entering your entrance door, how do I feel? Do I feel nourished and grounded and safe, or do I feel frustrated and overwhelmed and just not good and maybe anxious and even nervous, right? So ask yourself, what is the relationship to your home itself? So this really is a very important first step, because in shamanic belief, if you think about something long enough, it will turn into kind of a thought entity. So if you every single day when you return home or when you are inside of your home think, I hate this place, it's so uncomfortable, it's not where I want to live, like I don't like it here, you are with time in shamanic belief, and I do believe this as well, create a thought entity. And we will talk about this in more detail, but you are sharing your space with house spirits. So you are kind of disrespecting their home. You are creating a not so cozy home for them as well. And so this can be super counterproductive. So even if you don't live in the place where you imagine yourself to be in the future, be grateful, because your home is a place that gives you protection from the weather, it gives you shelter, and this at least is something to be grateful for. Okay, so I talked about it a little bit already, but to make it clear, house magic is the concept that your home is enspirited, that your home is filled with a spirit or even multiple spirits. And one thought that really helped me understood this on a soul level is kind of shifting the perspective from I live here to I'm sharing this place with a spirit or maybe even multiple spirits. So this was something that really made it click for me in my head when it comes to the concept of house spirit, to really think about this as like a shared home, and you are not living here alone. Even if you are technically living alone, there could be a spirit or multiple house spirits living with you as well. Now, it can also be that there is either one house spirit or multiple spirits that are connected to different parts of your home. So, for example, it could be that there is a house spirit that is living in your basement or your attic. Maybe one is connected to your kitchen, and maybe another one is connected to your fireplace, to the hearth of your home. And this is also something that really made it click for me, because yes, it can be that house spirits are connected to different parts of your home. Some like to dwell in your entrance door or doors in general. Others like to dwell on like the staircase. It really is super different where these house spirits like to live. Now, there is another thing that is super crucial to understand, because if these house spirits are living in a house or a building, they are unique to this building. They are part of this home, and that's why they are called house spirits. They are also different from ghosts, because yes, ghosts can be tied to a building because they feel like they have unfinished business here or something like that. But a house spirit really is an integral part of the house. It's again like Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle. Yeah, it's just an integral part of this house. And so this was also something that took me a very long time to understand. And so I thought I'm sharing it because to me that really made sense, and it really changed my perspective on house spirits so much. Now, many homes and buildings are naturally filled with spirits, and there is many different reasons why this could be the case. And I feel like when it comes to house spirits, it's often the type of material that a house is built from. So for example, in German folklore, we have so many like fairy tales and myths that certain beings are dwelling within certain types of trees. So if a house is built from this type of tree, this could be a very big reason. Or maybe the land a house is built on probably is also something that is like contributing to house spirits, like living within a home. Or maybe also the family that lived within the walls is probably a very big reason why house spirits are like part of this home in specific. But also, for example, certain elements in the environment, like a certain type of stone, can contribute for house spirits to become a part of a home. Or maybe also water sources, I feel like, is often a reason why house spirits become a part of the home. And I also once read that sometimes immigrant families brought house spirits with them to their new homes, which I thought was super interesting. And let me know if you have any other reasons in mind why house spirits may choose to become part of a home. I'm super interested to learn from your wisdom and knowledge as well. Okay, and then there is a thought, and I know that this one is controversial, but I say it anyway, because there is so many people who say that house spirits live in every single home, and I don't agree with that. Because in my opinion, I feel like with all these big cities and like just the modernization of life, I feel like a lot of these house spirits kind of withdrew into more rural kind of areas. And I feel like if they have the choice to choose if they can inhabit a more natural home, I feel like they will do so, because I do also think there is a reason why there is so many myths and folklore, for example, connected to the Black Forest in Germany, or it's like more often the rural homes and not so much the homes in the cities. I feel like oftentimes it's ghosts that linger there and not the house spirits. And so again, let me know your opinion on that. but I do feel like that not in every single home there will be a house spirit. If you live in the city, don't be disencouraged right away though, because you can reach out to your home, see if you can feel a house spirit, and if you don't feel a house spirit, you can still like connect to the home itself. Remember that the home has memories that are imprinted in the walls as well, and so you can like fill the place with love and gratitude. And if you feel like that there is a more negative memory imprinted, you can fill it and imprint a new, more uplifting memory, and maybe by that even attract a being like a house spirit, right? So just a thought that just made sense to me after doing all of the research, after like doing so much research about folklore. And again, let me know what you think about that as well. Let's take a look at house spirits and who these house spirits are. And I think it is so cool and interesting to know that house spirits are basically a part of nearly every single culture around the world. And yes, their names may differ from place to place, but the appearances and their roles are surprisingly similar every single time when you like do the research and you like find a house spirit and you check with the folklore from another place. There are so many parallels, and I think this is just super interesting. And of course, we have another differentiation here because we do love them, but there is a differentiation between a house spirit and a house deity. These are also often referred to as household gods, and a house deity is a powerful divine being who protects the home and the hearth. This could be, for example, Hestia, the Greek goddess of the hearth. This is a house deity. And I heard when it comes to house deities, there is a really cool ancient practice that also my shamanic teacher once shared with us. And this ancient practice is that you kind of take a spark from your house deity when you move from the old hearth, from your old home, to the new home. So for example, this could be a flame and you light a torch and you bring this torch from your old home to the new home. And my shamanic teacher once told us that when he was in Ireland, he went to the And my shamanic teacher once told us that when he was in Ireland, he basically did the same. He went to the sacred bridge as well and lit up a candle. And this candle he brought back to Germany. He lit it up again. And in his view, he had a spark of this bridge as well. And since then, he has been relighting these candles over and over again with the same spark. And so I found that this is just a beautiful practice that kind of shows the concept of bringing the sacred deity from one home or place to another place. And then there is the house spirit, and a house spirit is a smaller but still very influential presence in your home. And I'm saying smaller because I'm lacking a better word in English, but you can probably understand better like what a house deity and a house spirit differentiates from one another. And so a house spirit is, for example, a brownie from the Scottish folklore. We have the Nisse or Nisa, I don't know exactly how you pronounce it, from the Scandinavian folklore. We have the kobolds from German folklore. So these are typical house spirits that may inhabit a home. Now again, house spirits are often tied to the land, to the house because of the material or the former inhabitants, and they really can be beautiful allies. They can be beautiful helpers in your home if you treat them correctly, if you show the respect, or they can be pretty mischievous as well if you don't treat them correctly. You probably heard about like things getting lost or things falling down or something like that. This could be indicators that your house spirits don't feel appreciated. And by the way, if you love this kind of content, if you love House Magick and house spirits, make sure that you do the YouTube magic, that you subscribe and like, because I'm going to share another video about house spirits, in specific about the Hausgeister. This is the German folklore, because you guys really love folklore, and I just found the most beautiful book about old forgotten German folklore about Hausgeister, like house spirits. So subscribe, and I'm going to share this video as well as part of our little House and Hearth Magic series. And this was my nose because I went to a concert yesterday and I hope I don't get a cold, but not going to edit this out because this take was really good, I hope. Okay, I'm sure you can already name a few of the reasons why you should befriend your house spirits after hearing all of this information. But for me, the biggest reason to befriend my house spirits is because they can become powerful allies. They, when you have a relationship, can help you protect your home and your family and even your pets, your fur babies. And so as your relationship with them grows, you may even start to see little gifts from them, like for example sudden things that appear out of nowhere, or maybe you start to feel more gentle or nourished in your home, or maybe you even have a sense of being watched, but in a good way, like someone is watching over you. And yeah, I think there is only positive reasons why we should have our house spirits as our allies. Okay, so now that we know that befriending your house spirits is a really good idea, how can you actually befriend them? How can you build this relationship and build this connection? And I feel like the first thing that is really important to understand is that this is building up a relationship. And like with any other relationship, it can take time and patience, because sometimes your house spirits don't even want to bother with you. They don't want to bother with new humans. Maybe they got hurt in the past or ignored or whatever. And so I think we can all agree that then it just takes time. But I feel like the reward of connecting with your house spirits and really putting in the effort is so worth it. And so yeah, understand that just as with the good people, some house spirits don't want to talk to you first, they don't want to connect with you, and so it may take longer and it may take some more effort to show them that you are genuine and serious about this connection. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do when you are building a trustful relationship with your house spirits is acknowledge your house spirits. I think it goes without saying, but acknowledging the house spirits really is the bare minimum, and they will make their presence known. It's just on us to listen to these signs or intuitive nudges that we feel when it comes to our house spirits. And so this really is the first step to build up this trustful relationship and create a powerful bond with our house spirits. And so if you have not already, introduce yourself to your house spirits and let them know that you want to build up this relationship, that you are acknowledging them. And you can actively do this by telling them goodbye when you are leaving your home. You can say hello when you are coming back, but actively telling them or like showing them that they are part of this home is super, super helpful. And I would say really the bare minimum when it comes to like working with your house spirits. And I forgot to mention this, but once you have built a more trustworthy, stronger relationship, you can even ask them to watch over your home when you are leaving your home, or like you are going on a vacation or something like that, and then also tell them that now I'm on a vacation. But you can then start to like actively ask them, can you please watch over my home, like make sure that everything in here is safe. So yeah, just forgot to mention that, but I feel like this is also a really beautiful way to just show them that they are part of like your family, your home. Now, the next thing that you can do is to build a little altar or shrine for your house spirits. And this could be a specific corner in your home. Maybe you feel that a place in your home is specifically active, or like they really love this place. Then I would probably dedicate this place to the house spirits. Maybe it's next to your door, so you can put a little present there when you are returning home once in a while, or when you are leaving or something like that. And so yeah, this is a beautiful way to show them that you are genuine. It's also showing that you are putting in more effort, because like creating a little shrine or like altar is a little effort, but I feel like they really love it. Like every time I create a little altar or put a little gift there, they are really happy and show it. You could include a picture of a home that you feel like belongs there. You can maybe keep little symbols that you feel like are connected to your home or to the house spirits. And so there is many different ways. But again, I feel like leaving little gifts, and if you want offerings for them from like time to time, will make them super happy. Okay, so you knew that this would come, right? But you really want to keep your home as clean as possible. And you also want to cleanse energy only as needed. And I'm going to explain what I mean with that in a second. But you really want to keep your home as clean as possible. And remember, we are shifting our perspective here from I live here to I'm sharing this place with my house spirit or even multiple house spirits. And so keeping your space clean shows them that you are respecting them, that you acknowledge them, that they live in your home with you, and that you respect your home. Also, maybe there is a place in your home where you feel like many house spirits are residing, or it's like especially active there. Then you want to keep this as clean as possible, and again show them that you can feel that they are living there, and they will see, wow, I'm being acknowledged. Like, let's bring this relationship up to another level. So I feel like cleansing magic is so magical when it comes to your house spirits. Okay, and now let's talk about this superstition. And it is that you need to cleanse your home, like the energy of your home, regularly and wipe it out completely. And I thought this in the beginning as well. Like many years ago, when I stumbled across like all the knowledge on the internet, I thought that I need to create a blank slate in my home, that I need to get rid of all the energy. But this is super counterproductive actually, because imagine like you are in your home, you try to build the relationship with your house spirits, and you like go around with your sage or your palo santo or whatever is like cleansing all the energies. You're basically showing them that you want to kick them out. And if you are trying to build a relationship, that's probably not the best thing to do, in my opinion. So please keep that in mind, and also listen to your intuition or do your research for like herbs or cleansing supplies that are safe to use in your home, that don't give the house spirits the impression that you want to kick them out of their home. Okay, so the next thing that you can do, and this will sound a little bit strange at first, but it is to find activities together. This could be, for example, that you are cooking a dinner and you are letting them know like, hey, I'm going to cook a dinner. Do you want to hang out with me here? And maybe you can even cook a little bit more and like leave them a little plate, right? Maybe you are decorating your home or renovating your home. You can ask them like, what colors would you like? Really include them in these activities. And to give you an example, like again, I have a shamanic upbringing, so I'm communicating a lot with my spirit animals, and usually when I'm traveling, I always call my spirit animals so it can like protect the streets and bring me there safely. Or I ask my other spirit animals to go with me for a walk, and to me it's the same concept because they really enjoy it. They feel acknowledged, and you can definitely feel it. So I highly recommend doing this, really including them in daily activities, again showing them when you are leaving, showing them when you are coming, and just maybe asking them what they like to do, and by that building a really fun relationship with them. And the last thing that I want to share here when it comes to how to connect with your house spirits is protect their peace. So what do I mean with that? Now, when you are building the relationship to your house spirit, you naturally want to find out as much as you can about this specific house spirit. So where does it reside and what kind of house spirit is it? And also what may be the folklore around it. Because, for example, there is the domovoi, and I hope I'm saying this right, in Slavic folklore, who is living in a door or like the door frame. Now, when you are slamming the door because you are angry, you are literally pushing the house spirit out of its home. And again, not the best thing that you are doing when you want to build a trustful and good relationship with this house spirit. So you really want to do some research, find out as much as you can about what they like, where they reside within the home, and by that acknowledging them by keeping their peace, by making sure that they are feeling well and happy. And I think the example with the door frame really is the perfect example, because it just shows you what you don't want to do once you know what house spirit is living in your home. And just remember that again, if they may ignore you at the beginning, it takes some time. If you know that there is house spirits residing there, then just be patient, keep inviting them, keep including them, and wait for their response and for their trust. Okay, so we already talked about an altar or shrine that you can build for your house spirit or spirits. And now you may wonder, but what can I give them? Like, what is a suitable gift or offering? And the answer really is simple, because it is just ask them what they want. I found that when I work with my spirit animals, with house spirits, or a deity like Hecate, I get the most interesting nudges throughout the day. So for example, when I'm like on a meadow, like taking a walk, or in a flower shop, I suddenly get the impulse like, okay, now that's definitely a flower that Hecate would like, and then I bring it. So really listen to your intuitive nudges throughout the day, and maybe like there is a crystal or a beverage or a fruit or something where you feel like this is super suitable and they would like it. So really it is a lot of trial and error. If I don't know, if I have no clue what my house spirit may like, I honestly just try it out. I put things there, and if I get a response, I know they liked it. If not, then I will keep trying. And you will also start to get a sense of when to give a gift, like is it daily or weekly, maybe monthly, or maybe once a year. You definitely will get a hang of that as well, but you need to get into the practice of putting gifts there, and then you will also start to find out what they like, when they like it. But I will give you some examples so you have a little idea with what you could start. Now, the first thing that would obviously make a really good gift is food, or maybe also water or another beverage where you feel like they really want to try it out. Or, and I will put it right here because I don't want to anger the YouTube algorithm fairies. But yeah, this could be a really good option. Just make sure that the food is not rotting. And I always say, like, I leave things and then I start to sense when it's time to exchange them. And when I know that it can like rotten or something like that, I will like also exchange it regularly. So just make sure that nothing is like getting bad or something like that and you have like an army of flies suddenly in your home. But you could give maybe some flowers, some herbs. Again, like cleaning your home is a pretty big gift. You can get as creative as you like and maybe do a song or like do some dancing. And again, including them in your daily activities, I feel like is a good gift. I feel like milk and cookies are something that, like in general, a lot of house spirits like. You could give dried foods or like fruits, maybe nuts, maybe some stones that you find. Like really the options are endless. And you can like also choose seasonal stuff like grain or leaves, like whatever you like, to be honest. And make sure that everything is safe in your home, like animals or your children or other family members as well when you are like doing some gifts. So for example, I always take care that my puppy cannot reach any of like my gift or offering plates where I have everything. It's usually always up on a shelf, so she cannot reach it even though she's tiny, but we don't want to even risk it. Again, if they like your gift or offering, you will see some respond. Maybe it's a feeling, maybe it's a physical thing. Now, there is a special situation when it comes to house magic, and it is when you are moving into a new home. We already talked about the superstition that you have to cleanse your home from top to bottom and like wipe out all the energy from your home. And instead, what you want to do first is to get a sense of the energy of your new home. So when you are entering this new home, try to really feel into the energy. So maybe this new place feels awake or really active, maybe even asleep. Maybe there is a really prominent energy. So for example, when I'm visiting castles, I can always feel a certain energy. And if you have been visiting a place where you felt a really prominent energy there, you know what I mean. But you also want to see if you maybe feel anxious or nervous or maybe even uplifted or grounded when you enter this new home. Or maybe you can also feel energy from former inhabitants, and this was definitely the case when I moved here, but I could not really name this feeling when I had it like all these years ago. And now I know that it was an energy residue from the former inhabitants because they definitely were angry and frustrated by the way that they behaved. But you also want to really get a good feeling of, are you welcomed here? Do you maybe have to invest more time and work into this build up of the relationship? And are the house spirits, if they are living there, willing to form an ally with you? So all of this is really, really important. Really try to become familiar with the present energy of your new home. Now, the next thing that you want to do when you are moving into a new home is, of course, to introduce yourself, and by that also acknowledge the house spirits. And so introduce yourself and your family if you are moving in with family. Also introduce your pets, even though I believe that our pets anyways can sense and see the house spirits. But I would introduce my whole family and then also let them know my intentions, like how long am I going to stay, because remember, some spirits may still be upset because people are just moving in and out of the place and they are just like tired of new people. And so you really want to let them know what they can expect. So let them know if you are just moving in for a few months, or maybe you bought the house, then let them know that you are moving in here now, but you acknowledge them and you really want to co-share the space. You know that they are living there and you want to create this place together with them. Really let them know your intentions and be as honest as you can. And yeah, this will definitely show them that you want to treat them with respect, and again, you acknowledge them in their presence in this home. Now, when you are moving in, it can be that in the first time the house spirits are withdrawing, because especially in the beginning, you know it if you have been moving in the past. It's stressful, it's loud, it's a lot of coming and going, bringing in furniture and stuff. So they may not even want to be a part of that. They may decide to go somewhere where it's more calm, and that is totally fine. Give them time, give them their space. And if you decide to maybe give them a little welcoming gift, maybe put it somewhere if you feel like they really don't want to interact right now. Put it somewhere where it's calmer so they can like accept it in peace and like in a calm surrounding. So again, it's a relationship. It takes time and patience, and some spirits are more open to humans than others. It's just understandable because we all know how stressful moving is, and if we have lived in like an apartment with another person we didn't know, it may be weird in the beginning. So give them time, maybe give them a little gift where they can accept it in a quiet surrounding. And I'm sure this is like a really beautiful first step in cultivating this relationship. Now, it could also be that they are protective over this place, and this may show in sudden anxiety, or you just feel uneasy in like your home. Maybe things fall down or something like that. And if you recognize it, like don't panic, don't run away. Again, like stay calm, state your intention to share the place with them to make it a cozy home for them as well. And from, again, my experiences, usually they will calm down and they are really happy when we acknowledge them and we give them little gifts. But of course, it can sometimes also happen that they really, really don't want us there. So what do we do then? Okay, now if you moved into a new home and you introduced yourself, you acknowledged them, and you didn't give them the impression that you want to kick them out immediately with a big energetical cleanse that is cleaning every energy in this home, then I would give them some time. So you may have introduced yourself and acknowledged them, and this could take 1 or 2 days, or maybe even a week until you feel that now it's time to reach out again. Then it could be a really good point in time to give a little gift or offering to show that you are putting in the effort. But again, if you keep feeling over a longer period of time that you feel nervous or anxious or not welcome in the home, maybe things fall down or disappear and don't reappear, then it is time to state your intention again, like I come here in peace, I want to create a harmonic relationship together with you. I know you may have been hurt in the past or not treated correctly, but I'm more than willing to live here together with you. But if you keep feeling that it's not working for both sides of you, if you cannot find like a compromise, like a middle path that is working for both, then maybe it is time to make a decision like you would in any relationship. But to be honest, I have never heard about house spirits that rejected a genuine offer to connect with them. I think it could have been ghosts that were still lingering in the house, because I found that if you are genuinely trying to connect and build a relationship with the house spirits, they are more than happy, because they see that they are not forgotten and people still remember them from the old times. And if you then build a little altar and give them little gifts, like I get goosebumps just saying that, and I'm like nearly crying, but I truly believe that then they will accept your effort and like you will have powerful allies. So yeah, I think this is all I have when it comes to house magic and how to connect the house spirit, or like how to build a relationship with your house spirit. So I really hope you enjoyed. Again, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, because there is another part of the series coming, and we will talk about German folklore, the Hausgeister, which I'm super excited about. I have so much fun researching. So yeah, if this is your cup of tea, again, make sure you are subscribed, like the video, because this really shows the YouTube fairies that they can recommend my content to more people. And you can also hype the video. This also helps me out even more. And comment down below and let me know if this video was helpful. And for every single one of you who stayed until the end, I have a little surprise, so let me get it. Here she is. Thank you so much for every single one of you who asked about Bella, and we brought her to the clinic, I think the next day that I gave you the update, and they said we did the right thing. They pulled out a huge piece of grass from her nose that probably she inhaled because I don't know what she did, to be honest, but yeah, we got it out and she was so happy. She had the zoomies. She was like running around when she could finally breathe properly again. She was so grateful and thankful. And yeah, thank you for every single one of you who asked me about Bella in the comments or maybe on Instagram and sent me your own cute little puppies. I was so happy. But yeah, she is healthy and happy again. And I'm so grateful. So I thought I'm showing you to her as a little update, and just so you don't worry anymore. But yeah, I hope you have a great Sunday or like rest of the week, or whenever you see this video. So bye bye. Say goodbye.